Good day, my fellow Caturismo. I am Lovely together with my co-reporter Miss Grease, Miss Jamaica, Miss Carlene, and Miss Kaisel. Our topic for today is developing the ability to influence other people's leadership performance. First, let me read to you the objectives. At the end of the chapter, the student should be able to define leadership, enumerate role of leadership, 5 leadership skills found in managers, know the competencies of leadership, enumerate leadership characteristics, leadership system, leadership styles, and develop the ability to influence others. According to Mary Kay Pratt, leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide followers or other members of an organization. It is a set of skills or ability ng isang leader ang maimpluwensyahan niya ang kanyang nasasakupan upang ma-attain ang goal ng organization, bigyan ng ownership ang kanyang followers, then guide them what to do and motivate his or her scope to perform well. Let's define what is leader and leadership. Leader who holds the authority means the power to give orders, make decisions that align to the organization, shared vision, mission, or goals. Siya mismo yung person. While leadership, kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, he or she have an ability to influence and guide the followers. Has a set of skills, how do he or she handle a team? Mahirap din ang maging isang leader kasi dapat may set of skills ka. Later on, one of my co-reporter will discuss that skills. And leadership involves making sound and sometimes difficult decisions, creating and articulating a clear vision, establishing achievable goals, and providing followers with the knowledge and tools necessary to achieve those goals. Agree ba kayo na kapag walang leader, maayos ang flow ng organization? Diba hindi? Kung walang isang maglalakas loob na humarap sa isang grupo para imani-obra ito, maghahantayan kayo kung sino dito, sino dyan, at kung paano. Diba? Kaya we have a leader in a group, in organization, in room to govern us para maging maayos, bigyan ng order para sundin to attain the goal of that particular organization. Before we proceed to the next reporter, I have a question. How do you influence others as a leader?
Leadership. Leadership is the ability to positively influence people and systems under one's authority so as to have meaningful impact and achieve important results. So this statement highlights the essential qualities and responsibilities of a leader. In leadership, it involves guiding, inspiring, and motivating individuals to perform at their best. So, as a good leader, you should build a trust, foster collaboration, and encourage personal and professional growth among team members that give positive influence to them. Also, in leadership, it requires shaping and improving the system, processes, and structure within an organization. The leader ensures that this system work efficiently and align with the organization goals. All in all, leadership is more than just managing tasks or holding a position of authority. It's about inspiring people, optimizing systems, and driving impactful changes that lead to meaningful achievements. A true leader combines vision, action, and influence to achieve success in a way that everyone will benefit. So, leadership is all about empowering people, inspiring people, leading to change and shared vision. So, number one, empower people. Individuals are given empowerment to create their own dwelling. So, a leaders empower individuals by entrusting them with the responsibility and freedom to make decisions about their own dwelling for them to boost their confidence and helps them to become more self-reliant. When employees are empowered to make decisions, they are contributing to the strategy and business objectives of the organization. So, employees who feel empowered are more engaged and motivated because they see how their decision directly impact the organization's success. So, this develops critical thinking, and leadership skills that may help to align with the organization vision or strategy. Number two, inspire people. This is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. So, inspiring people are aligning individuals' aspiration with a shared vision and motivating them to work collectively towards a common goal. So, by that, leaders ensure that every member feels driven and capable of contributing to success. It is like transforming a group of individuals into a unified force working towards into something greater. Number three, lead change. Accepting and embracing change allows you to adapt to change and become more flexible. By embracing change, it reflects a leader's willingness to learn, grow, and improve. So, this mindset helps the leader and the team to see the change as an opportunity for development rather than a threat. By this, it enables the leaders to stay flexible, resilient, and ensure the alignment with the organization goals. Number four, shared vision. Leaders provides a unity of purpose while also aligning the direction of the organization. So leaders are responsible for aligning the team or organization around a common goal or purpose. So they create a shared vision that motivates individuals to work collaboratively. This unity ensures that everyone understands why their work matters and how it contributes to the organization's success. So beyond foster unity, leaders determine the path of organization will take to achieve its purpose. A leader's direction gives clarity to a complex situation, ensuring that resources, effort, and energy are focused effectively.
So, my name is Kaisal C. Borromeo, and I will discuss to you all about the 5 leadership skills found in manager. First one is communication. The most important skill of a leader is the ability to communicate effectively. So, the leaders need to express their ideas clearly para mag-guide niya yung team towards sa common goals. For example, student council president must be able to explain yung school event plans sa paraan na maiintindihan at masupport ng ibang members yung plan na yon. So, letter B, good communication skills help to develop better understanding and beliefs among people and inspire them to follow principles and values which their leader wants to inculcate in them. So dito, effective communication foster trust and connection within a group. For example, kung ang class representative explain kung ano ang benefits ng recycling initiative, it can motivate his or her classmates actively participate sa programs. So letter C, work on the best ways to communicate your vision to others and listen to ideas. So dito naman, sharing your goals in an engaging manner encourage other to get involved and also being open sa feedback ng iba that enhances teamwork. So number 2, honesty and integrity. Taking responsibility of your actions and decisions, especially when you make a mistake, and being honest and respectful. Keeping your promises and staying engaged with your work, having upstanding character traits and work ethics including sound judgment, honesty, dependability, and loyalty. So, honesty and integrity are foundational values that guide ethical behavior and establish trust in both personal and professional context. This principle emphasizes not only adhering to moral and ethical standards but also demonstrating consistencies between one's words and actions. So, we are now in number 3, the people management. So, finding the right people and motivating them to work towards your vision. Effective people management means identifying individuals with skills and attitudes na kailangan natin para ma-achieve yung goal natin and inspiring them to stay motivated. For example, sa school club leaders, di ba pumipili sila ng members na passionate at nag-i-encourage by recognizing their efforts and nagsiset ng exciting project goals. So, letter B, developing a vision of where you want to be. It is important na magkaroon tayo ng clear idea for our future goals at ng direction, which also guide others toward shared objective. Number 4 is awareness. Leaders should be aware and updated on how their behaviors will impact to those they lead. Self-awareness in leadership is also important trait for a leader to cultivate. So awareness in leadership refers to the ability of a leader to understand and recognize how their actions, words, and decisions affect the people they lead. So self-awareness in particular plays a role because it enables leaders to reflect on their own strengths, weaknesses, biases, and emotional responses, allowing them to make informed and thoughtful decisions. The fifth one is innovation. The leader's responsibilities are to map out the stages of innovation, and they need to recognize the different system, processes, technology, and skill set. So the ability of leaders to drive and manage change within an organization. This involves recognizing new opportunities, developing creative solutions to problems, and encouraging the adoption of novel technologies, processes, or systems.
Competencies for Leadership Human Development and Leadership Division of the American Society for Culture. Mayroon tayong iba't ibang competencies in terms of leadership in human development and the leadership division according of the American Society for Culture. The first one is navigator. The navigator is a trusted leader who steers his or her people toward uncomplicated solution, workable outcomes, and powerful result. Ang navigator ay isang competency or type ng leader na kung saan dinadirect ang kanyang mga nasasakupan through an uncomplicated solution, workable outcomes, and powerful result, which lead to a more efficient workplace for the team. For example, isang leader na tutulungan ang mga katrabaho na solusyonan ang problema ng isang kumpanya. Hindi lang siya mag-uutos na gagawin, ngunit tutulong siya at magbibigay ng suggestion para malutas ang problema at magkaroon ng mas maayos na resulta. Communicator. Leadership communication is about inspiring and encouraging an individual or a group by systematic and meaningful sharing of information by using excellent communication skills. Another leadership is communicator, in which this type of leader knows how to communicate with a team. Magaling siyang makipagtalastasan at makipag-usap sa kanilang nasasakupan. Ang kanyang mga salita or sinasabi ay maaaring maka-inspire or makahikayat sa mga kasapi ng team. For example, isang leader na magaling magbigay ng makahulugan or meaningful advice to the group. Kung may hindi pagkakaintindihan sa isang team or grupo, siyang magiging daan upang mapagkasunduan ang anumang isyu na mayroong through his word or salita. For example, isang leader na magaling magbigay ng makahulugan or meaningful advice to the group. Kung may hindi pagkakaintindihan sa isang team or grupo, siya ang magiging daan upang mapagkasunduan ang anumang issue na mayroon through his word. Learner. Continuously develop personal knowledge, skills, and abilities through formal study, experience, reflection, and recreation. To become a great leader, you need to be a learner. Upang maging magaling na leader, kailangan mong maging isang learner na kung saan ay bukas ka sa mga bagong aral, skills, at kakayahan. Example, ang isang leader na namumuno ay patuloy pa ring nag-aaral or umaattend ng mga makbuluhang seminar na kung saan ito ay nagbibigay sa kanya ng mga bagong idea at kaalaman na maaari rin niyang ma-share sa kanyang mga katrabaho. Mentor. When mentors share their expertise with others, it can evaluate their credibility within the organization. Ang magaling na leader ay ang mga taong nasisiyahan na ibahagi ang kaalaman. Ang mentor ay ang leader na masayang nagbabahagi ng kakayahan at kaalaman sa ibang tao. True mentor, it can give a positive credibility to others and also in their organization. For example, may mga baguhang empleyado sa isang kumpanya. At ang isang tao na dati nang nagtatrabaho sa isang kumpanya ay tutulungan ng baguhan upang makasanayan niya ang mga gawain na trabaho sa kumpanya ng maayos. Ang tawag sa nagtuturo na empleyado ay mentor, na kung saan siya ang tao na nag-share ng kanyang expertise sa field. Motivator. A motivational leader inspire their team with passion and enthusiasm. Ang isang magaling na leader ay ang may kakayahan na mang-inspire and someone who has a passion to work enthusiasm. Maaaring maging motivator ang isang leader kung siya ay may kakayahang magtrabaho with a positive attitude na kung saan nakakahikayat din sa ibang katrabaho niya. For example, ang isang kumpanya ay nakaka-experience ng isang sitwasyon na hindi maganda, si motivator ang magiging daan upang ma-inspire ang mga katrabaho niya na magpatuloy pa rin sa kanilang trabaho sapagkat matatapos o malalagpasan din nila ang sitwasyon na nangyayari.
So, we proceed to the next part, which is the 7 characteristics of leadership. The first one is accountability. So, as a leader, you need to be accountable all the time for taking a responsibility for your decisions, actions, and outcomes to clear expectations from your teammates. Also, as an accountable leader, kailangan mong mag-build ng trust to your teammates, empower them, and support continuous improvement. The second one is courage. So, courage is the ability to put aside your fear of failure and take a first steps. Kasi as a leader, you need to empower and inspire others to do the same. And also, motivates your team to overcome challenges kasi yun yung job mo as a leader and as a role model. Kailangan na i-encourage mo sila ng maayos, hindi yung uunahin mo yung duda and guts mo na baka hindi mo sila ma-encourage na baka hindi ka nila sundan. Don't think negativity. Kaya nga set aside mo muna yung mga takot kasi you're a leader. Paano mo ma-encourage yung mga ka-teammates mo kung yung sarili mo hindi mo ma-encourage na kaya mo, diba? Remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. The third one is humility. In terms of leadership, humility means recognizing and embracing your limitations, like kaya mong i-admit kung hanggang saan at ano lang ang alam mo. The second one is prioritizing team success over personal interest. Yung tipo na no matter what happens in your team, magkaaway man kayo o may hindi pagkakaintindihan or you have a personal interest, set aside nyo muna yan because always put first. Kung ano yung purpose nyo, kung ba't kayo nasa posisyon na yan, it's because you're a team and kailangan nyong i-prioritize yon because yun yung goal nyo Meron kayong goal and that's the success. And last, also, the leading with a willingness to learn, listen, and serve. Kasi as a leader, marunong kang makinig sa mga ka-teammates mo at i-consider kung ano man ang perspective and suggestion nila para may matuto or may malaman ka din sa mga ka-teammates mo, hindi yung nakapalibot lang lahat sa iyo. The fifth one is creativity. This is the ability to see possibilities, horizons, and futures don't yet exist. Like, in terms of leadership, ang stage ng creativity mo ay nasa innovative thinking or makabagong kaisipan. Yung tipo na as a leader, you have the ability to solve complex problems in your organization, especially helps to create shared vision in your team. The sixth one is perseverance. In terms of leadership, perseverance means is consistently demonstrating determination, resilience, and persistence in pursuing goals like kahit anong obstacles and trials man ang dumating or gumambala sa inyo is mananatili kayong committed sa vision nyo despite challenges, setbacks, or failures ang kinaharap nyo as a team. The last one is well-being. Well-being means to stay healthy in both work and play. Because as a leader, kailangan mong pangalagaan ang sarili mo physically, emotionally, mentally, or social health man ito to sustain resilience, positivity, high performance, and especially empathy para makapag-inspired at support ka sa iba or in your teams. Tulad nga sa kasabihan na kapag healthy leader, healthy team. And when the leader cares for himself, they have also care for others.
Now, I'm going to discuss to you all about the essential elements of leadership. Number one is leadership. Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal, meaning that leader inspires and guides others to work together para ma-reach nila yung shared objective nila, involving influencing and encouraging individuals na ibigay yung best effort at contribute to the team's success. Number two is planning. Planning, understanding basic customer needs and business capabilities, developing long-term goal and near-term priorities, formulating human resources, goals and policies, understanding employees' perceptions about quality and work. Meaning dito, leaders must analyze what customer want and kung anong business ang ipoproduce, set objectives for the future and address employees' concerns para masigurado na ang lahat ay motivated to meet these goals. Number three is implementation. The process of putting a decision or plan in effect, execution. Implementation, it is the process of turning a decision, idea, or plan into a action. It is the phase where strategies and plans are put into effect to achieve the desired goals or outcomes. While decision making is essential, the true test of a leader's effectiveness lies in how well they execute their plan. And the last one is review. Tracking progress through customer satisfaction and internal measures of quality, monitoring progress in attaining improvement objectives, and celebrating success. So, dito, it refers to the process of tracking, evaluating, and assessing the progress of a project, strategy, and initiative. It involves using various metrics such as customer satisfaction and internal quality measures to determine how well the objectives are being met and where improvements might be needed. Regular reviews help ensure that the organization stays on track to achieve its goals and allow leaders to adjust its strategies as needed.
We proceed to the leadership theory and practices. So the first one is the rational legal leadership, or also known as a rational legal authority. So this is a type of authority na nakabase lang sa mga in-implement na batas, rules, and procedures ng government. And also, it is a key features of modern democracies. Example is elected officials. So, those elected officials gain their authority from winning democratic elections na kung saan iniluklok sila sa posisyon na iyan because of the votes of society that are bound by the legal framework that defines the democratic process. Another examples are the constitutional rules, criminal rulings, mga written policies such as code of conduct, recruitment policy, and etc. And also the employee handbooks. The second one is the traditional leadership. In a more modern setting, traditional leader is adhere to the position. Like traditional leadership is the act of inheriting the power from a predecessor. So the current example would be the kings, dictators, or some family-owned business leaders, and even political leaders. The third one is the charismatic leadership. So this is a leadership style that relies on a leadership personal qualities to inspire and influence followers. So charismatic leadership examples includes celebrities, social media influencers, political leaders, business leaders, and also historical figures.
4 leadership styles. Number 1, directing. It is a process in which the managers instruct, guide, and oversee the performance of the workers to achieve predetermined goals. As directing is a process of guiding, instructing, and overseeing, the leaders ensure that the teams understand their roles, stay on track, and are motivated to reach the objective. So, by guiding, monitoring their performance and support, the leaders help the team achieve success and align their effort with the organization vision. Number two, coaching. Leaders set the overall approach and direction, but work with subordinates and allow them to manage the details. So, leaders provide the overall vision, strategy, and direction while allowing their team members the autonomy to manage the details of execution. So, by the balance of guidance and empowerment, it helps to build a strong, capable team and foster the personal and professional growth that can contribute to the success of the organization. Number three, supporting. Leaders allocate tasks and set direction, but the subordinates have full control over the performance of the work. So, leaders focus on setting the framework for success at the same time, giving their team members the freedom to manage how the tasks are carried out. So, these styles help develop skill, self-sufficient for individuals who can work efficiently and creatively towards achieving organization goals. Number four, delegating. Subordinates can do their work with little supervision or support. Once the work is delegated, leaders take a hands-off approach except when asked to provide assistance by the subordinates. So, leaders take a hands-off approach after delegating by trusting their team members to handle the details. So, this style promotes employee independence, accountability, and growth as it fosters an environment of trust and empowerment. Leaders focus on delegating tasks allows them to concentrate on strategic goals and long-term planning that will benefit the team and the organization.
Tips for becoming an influencing leader. First, provide opportunities for wins. Foster a culture of achievement and recognition. Kasi if your employees doing their job, you will give or praise them in a simple recognition so that motivated sila sa trabaho. Second, believe in your people. Empower and trust team members to excel. You need to trust your team member kasi sila yung katulong mo para sa pagpapalago ng business mo or ng business ng pinagtatrabahuhan nyo. Third, serve others before yourself. Prioritize team needs over personal interest. Always put your employees first to kick back to your clients. 4. Connect with people. Build genuine relationship to your members. Fifth, lead with authority but allow autonomy. Always balance guidance and freedom you given to your employees or members. Sixth, give trust to earn trust. Foster mutual trust. 7. Invest in other success. Develop team member skills. 8. Always show kindness and attention to others. Demonstrate empathy and care. 9. Stay humble. Remain grounded and open to feedback. Accept feedbacks of your employees or members, either it is good or bad. Don't feel bad because it may improve you as a leader. 10. Balance autonomy and authority. Harmonize freedom and guidance. 11. Influence with good character. Lead by example. If you are a good person to your organization, they do that to others, kaya be good to them. 12. Demonstrate openness. Encourage transparency and communication. 13. Develop strong relationship with your employees. Foster loyalty and commitment. 14. Build commitment between yourself and your team members. Goals and values. 15. Set a good example. Model desired behavior and values. The good behavior and values will start to ourselves if you are a responsible one. But you are surrounded by your followers, they need to see them that your behavior and values are good example to them para i-act din nila ito sa iba. And that's all. Thank you.